And here we are in Oakwood Road. Once a very quiet suburban home of Brian the Handsome. But being yesterday his 21st, codenamed the Mega Session, he has never been the same. As we look into the alleyway, we find his father and his brother. Terrible after last night. We find that Gary actually had to bring his father home on the trailer. Due to sincere alcoholism, his father just cannot. His father's still asleep the next morning.
I think he's dead.
Finding it very hard to get up, Paddy, after 21 pints to celebrate his son's birthday, declines off the trailer. All hangovers were subject to everything. There was actually rations of anodines this morning. Wack is still drunk from last night. I'll just take a look at that face. Just take a look at that face. Isn't that terrible? As we come back, Daddy actually fell asleep on the trailer the whole night. The whole night. As they take, this is the morning after the party. It's now 6 a.m. in the morning. And it's really bad. Daddy just cannot control the severe headache that he's gone through. Gary himself done disco, but was actually playing the records when he was locked. So basically, what can you do? They're finding it very hard to even unopen the old... Daddy, I think, has given up. He just cannot take it anymore. I suggest a good crap. Yes, he's gone around the front of the car. I wonder what he's doing there. Oh jeez, he's getting sick. He's getting sick, Gary. Gary, give him a hand there. Gary, he's alright now. You alright there, he's coming around the corner. Yeah, that's it. He's just get it up, you know, yeah, like, that's it. The best thing to do is you can get it up. That's the best thing. It's like learning hard. Lovely. That's brilliant. Excellent. Excellent. We'll just stop you there for a moment. Anyway, and we have a person that was actually at the Mega Session last night. Excuse me, your name is?
Anne.
Could you tell me just a bit of exactly what happened last night?
Oh, it was great. Everyone locked.
Really? Was there that much chaos?
Oh, it was great. Great.
And did the guest of honour appear, the host?
Oh, of course he did. He was around kissing everyone.
Can you tell me a bit about the legend of Brian the Handsome?
Oh, well, he is, as his name appears, gorgeous.
Yes,
he's beautiful, and he's really talented on the guitar and the keyboards.
Well, actually, here we are at basically the home of Brian the Handsome. We're here. We're going into the home of Brian the Handsome, which is basically, it's a custom-built studio, which he built himself with his father in 1960s, long before the wonders of technology came about. We're just going in here, and we can see how he converted. If there's a bit of light on in there, I do believe, we can see how he converted his garage into a studio. And if we just go down here, I believe the place is a bit of a mess because fans actually invaded in here last night. We have a little door, and we can have a little wall. If you can see the way he did it in the partition, surrounded by tools and such and such. Well, we go through the door, which is soundproofed, which is aeroboard and chipboard and things like that. And we'll just take a brief look inside the basic studio of Brian the Handsome. And as we look around, we can basically get an area. This is where he spends most of his time, and it's fabulous. There's a picture of his girlfriend on the wall, I do believe, himself. That is the legend there on the left, and if you look up, we can see a beautiful little poster print. Pretty excellent. And the beautiful spot lamps donated to him by Rocha Stores. As we look over and have a look at some of his gear, first of all, this is a speaker system which he got in. It's fantastic, 20 kilowatts. And we look down, and I do believe we can see the flanger there, I do believe, and this is the DX100 keyboard. This iris is getting a bit fogged up, but hang on ever. That's his DX100 keyboard synthesizer. and we have a reverb unit there with a little mixer on top. Now we just look around a bit, and this is the nerve center of his fabulous sound. It's a recording studio, basically. That's what that does all the business. And as we take a look out the back, you can see the view, the panoramic view from this fabulous little apartment. It really is beautiful. You wouldn't get it anywhere. And you can see the old shower unit that we saw earlier on, the one that, you know, it has plants in it. The jacks, the super wax shower unit where he plants his plants. Okay, and we just have a look, and we have a look at the beautiful guitar. This is the beautiful guitar, the one. Could you just hold that up there and model it? That's beautiful. Yes. Oh yes. We just take a look at that. The full length of that. His hands actually touched that, did he? Do you know the personal question? His hands, Brian Hanson's hands, did actually touch that guitar.
Yeah, we can verify that.
You can verify that.
Definitely.
Can you give me the exact date and times?
It was 1963.
Really? Okay. Was this before or after his
This actual guitar was given to him by Buddy Holly.
Really?
Yeah.
Was this the one he played with on his Smell the Glove album?
Yep.
Excellent. Okay, we'll just take a look around and we look at the floor and we see the type of machinery that he uses. We have, on the left, we have a wah-wah pedal, and underneath that lead there we have a distortion pedal. It's a Boss distortion pedal, and we have a chorus pedal. Okay, and if we look around we see a flanger pedal just there on the left. We have some beautiful. I do believe we have an eyewitness to the legend. The legend is a young lad. He was only a baby, and he remembers the person actually, you know, shaking hands and wheeling him in his pram. Your name is, son?
Patrick.
Patrick what?
Callahan.
Can you tell me what age you were?
12.
Do you remember the legend?
Yes.
Can you give me his full name?
Brian Prendergast.
No, can you give me his full stage name?
Oh, Brian the Handsome.
That's very good, that's very good. And tell me this was, what do you remember best about the legend?
Playing the guitar.
Really, how good was he on the guitar?
Brilliant.
How come he was never discovered?
Don't know.
You put it down to bad management?
Yeah.
Or lack of money?
Yeah.
You reckon? What was I going to say? Do you remember him actually, his famous song that went into the charts as #1? Can you remember the name of it? Was the name of some African continent?
Africa.
Was really?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Was it very vague in your mind at the time?
Brilliant.
Tell you, there's been increased speculation that Brian the Handsome is still alive. What would you say to that?
Yeah.
You reckon so? Can we just take the opinion of the people around? Do you reckon that the legend is still alive?
I reckon he's still around.
Do you reckon he has been seen?
He has been seen.
He has been seen. Can we just turn around? Do you reckon the legend is still alive?
I do. I think he's hiding from all his women.
Okay, well,
because all his fans. He can't live without his fans.
Actually, Miss Callahan, you were around at the time of they call it the Handsome Mania.
Yes.
You do remember that?
Millions of women knocking on his door every day.
Really?
Yeah.
You remember that? Can you remember that the hordes of people coming in?
Oh
here?
yes.
We used to throw buckets of water at them.
Yeah.
So
It was
Keep them away from the door. Scalding water.
Scalding water.
Yeah. Basically just scalding water out the window.
Can you remember that, young Patrick? You do remember it?
Yeah.
It was also handy for dogs in heat.
Yeah.
Really, it was very good. Very handy. We just take a look at some of the posters the legend used to like. We have Climb Your Fisher there, and we have all the things. One of his favourite bands, Meridian, there. We just take a pan around, and we have the Climb Your Fisher, and the people he based himself on, the fabulous Blues Brothers. You will never forget Jake and Elwood Blues. They really turned them on. They're magic. And of course, the guy who was nearly as famous as Brian Hanson, Elvis Presley. We'll be back with more reports later. Our neighbour of the legend, the woman that often dealt with crowds knocking at the wrong door, basically coming in and hounding her with phone calls and such and such. Your name is Miss?
Callahan.
Mrs. Callahan.
Yes.
You are the actual Miss Callahan that he mentioned on his third album. You are.
Oh yes.
That's it. Can you tell me a bit about the legend and what he used to do every day? Like, what did he used to do every day?
He plays guitar in the back garden and attract crowds from near and far.
Really?
Yes, yes, yes.
Well,
Oh,
it-
truthfully.
Is it true that there was a situation of like somewhat like Woodstock?
Oh, yes, yes. And the crowds, like we share an alley, and you could hardly get out with the crowds.
Really?
Yeah.
You couldn't get out the crowds.
No, you couldn't.
Can you tell me about
Groupies mainly.
groupies?
Mainly, yes.
Is it true that there was such a thing as dancing mania?
Yes, I think that's what you said. That's the way you describe it all.
Really? And basically, do you? There's been a lot of speculation that the legend is still alive. Can you comment on that?
Well, you know, now you see it, now you don't. You know?
Is it really that? You know,
Well, yeah. Like it flashes in and out.
there have been sightings
There
of
have
him.
been sightings, yes.
Can you name such places?
You've seen in the home,
He's-
over in the home.
He has been.
Yeah, there were sightings in the home and on the road, but my eyesight's getting a bit like the Autobahn was a great place.
Really? That's
The local watering hole.
and that's why you reckon the legend really, the
I
really,
think it's still there.
you really think that?
Yeah. I think it'll go on a long time yet.
Is your husband there that
He
witnessed
is,
it?
he is.
Could you call your husband?
I couldn't do. You don't want my handsome son, no?
That's it. Well, anybody will do that. Any witnesses? Documentary's going good. The documentary's
Crowds
going.
will begin to gather outside on the street.
All right, like it's
Yeah,
just,
but they won't get up and down with cars.
it's just cause the legend like this. We're doing this program.
We're causing a traffic jam out there.
All right, like the program will do. You know. All right. Okay.
We're going to let that get those cars, Patrick. We'll try and get them through the road.
There are crowds gathering because we're making this documentary. So like, we just have to take it as it comes. We are here now with Patrick Callahan, the one-time Brian Ferry lookalike who has come out of hiding. He's come out of hiding just to give us this demonstration. Can you give me a full name, sir?
Patrick Callahan.
Patrick Callahan. And can you tell me, basically, can you remember the legend Brian the Handsome?
Yes.
You can.
Yeah, very. Yeah.
And basically, what did you like specifically remember about him?
Not a lot.
Like basically his talents. Like what were his
He's a very
talents?
talented person, you know.
Really?
He was a neighbour of mine, and he really is very talented, musical, every other.
Basically, what do you remember? What do you remember specifically about his musical talent? What was his favourite tune? Can you remember?
I'm getting plenty of prompts here, but I can't remember any particular one.
There isn't any particular one. Was there one you like to hear him specifically play on the piano?
No, not any particular one that I can remember. It's just,
Is it true?
Excuse me for a second. Have you just come out of hiding?
Would you not? Would you not?
Have you just come out of hiding?
Dress yourself.
You can't nothing to say about Brian the Handsome. You're growing up beside you must know something about him. Where have you been? Where have you been?
I've been in hiding for a while.
You must have been.
Excuse me.
Bastard chap, I'm crying out loud.
Can you tell the general public about the similarity between Mr. Callahan and Brian Ferry of Roxy Music? Can you tell me about the mistakes?
Very good looking and they're both very musical and
Really?
yeah.
Is it true that you basically helped Brian in the start of his career by lending him adapters and keyboards and things like that? Would that be true?
I wouldn't say I needed any help really. He was just so talented himself. I mean, he could have played anything. He could have played an outdog.
You really think that?
So I mean, me giving him a loan of a few things didn't really help.
What do you think about the sightings that have been? There's been rising speculation that the legend is still around. What would you comment on that?
Is he alive?
Is he alive?
Oh, jeez, he's very much alive. Oh, he is indeed. Oh, yeah.
You
Have
really?
you seen him?
You have seen him.
Yeah,
Where's the last
I
time you
saw him out
seen
in Holt, I think, last week.
Holt.
Yeah, he was on the ferry going across there. Maybe it's not the same ferry. Across to...
You really?
Have you
Oh,
reported
sorry.
that? Did you tell anybody?
Yeah, I told him I saw a ferry, yeah.
Yeah, did you tell you see Brian Handsome?
Huh? Oh, Brian the Handsome?
Yeah.
You reckon?
I've seen him about.
You have seen him.
Yeah, I heard he had a party just recently.
Oh really? Like of the elite, like a party
Oh, jeez,
only
nobody else to be there, only the elite.
only inviting the elite.
The elite, yes.
Oh, that's fabulous. Is there any other eyewitnesses that you reckon? Actually, just getting back to what I was saying to your loving wife there, can you remember the throngs of people who basically had sit-ins in your alley while Brian was playing the guitar? Can you recall anything like that?
Yes, well, when Brian would have a little bit of a session out in the back, I mean, the general public and the neighbours all seemed to congregate around my front door. They'd drive me mad and things like that. And, but it was all just to listen to Brian, and that was understandable because such a musical talent. Hello, Pat. Such a musical talent.
Thanks very much for this interview.
Yeah, I ain't never seen it like or heard it. Like,
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're very welcome.
Look,
It's a pleasure to be
from Callahan's back garden, we'll take you more.
Mister, this guy took lessons from the legend here.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
This guy took lessons from this Brian the Handsome, the legend.
You took lessons from the legend?
I did indeed.
Can you remember your first lesson?
I can, yeah.
Can you remember what he taught you?
Oh, it was, I think it was the theme music for Phantom of the Opera.
You cannot. He taught you that in your first lesson.
Indeed, he did, yeah.
That is a fabulous piece. Andrew Lloyd Webber. How could a person be such a good teacher? Is that true?
No, it all came out of his head. I was just sitting there. I was amazed.
You were amazed.
I was amazed indeed, yes.
Like, basically, no one has ever taught someone to play Phantom of the Opera in the first lesson.
Exactly. I
Really?
was quite amazed. I asked him for this photograph, but he had to fly. He could only give me a 10-minute lesson.
Really?
Exactly, yeah. He had the Concorde waiting outside.
So, can you honestly say that he taught you the Phantom of the Opera in 10 minutes?
Well, maybe it was 11 or 12, but it was around that anyway.
I like that. What kind of guitar did he play?
Oh, it was a big Fender.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you remember who gave it to him?
I think it was Buddy Holly.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. So we have speculation. We have the proof now
Yes.
that the guitar was given to him by Buddy Holly.
Oh yes, he's a great fan of Brian Hanson.
We have the proof. That is brilliant. And like you can honestly witness that.
I can, yes.
You can verify that is an original Buddy Holly guitar.
It is.
That's
It
brilliant.
has his autograph written on the back.
Really?
Yeah.
I believe he did that with his thumbnail.
I don't know about that now. I was afraid to ask him.
Actually, like there was rising speculation. His wife was actually disappointed too because there was rumour that there was a fan did it. A fan scratched the back of his guitar and put her name on it. It was actually Breda, but it read Brian because she was a bad writer.
Well, I'm not too sure about that anyway.
But like you can verify that you got lessons.
I can, yes. I was within 5 feet of him.
You were within 5 feet of him.
Within
Did you
5
ever
feet.
actually touch him? His arm, that is.
I did, yeah.
Did you ever actually touch the hand that held the plaque? I know this is an emotional time for you. I know this is very emotional, but I'd like you to just take it easy and reflect on the legend.
I touched his elbow.
You touched his elbow. You touched the actual elbow that held the guitar plaque.
Indeed, I did.
Would you have a guitar plaque at home belonging to the legend?
I'd have 2.
You have 2. You're actually admitting to stealing from the legend.
No, he threw them to me.
He threw them to you. Where did he throw them at you?
And his last concert
And his last concert
in Slane.
in Slane Castle. That was fabulous. He actually singled you out in the crowd.
He did, yes. He said, Kieran, there you go. He threw them to me.
That is fabulous. That is wonderful. The legend really lives on. It really lives on. Actually, do you believe that there has been increasing speculation about him being alive? Can you look me straight in the eye and tell me he's alive?
Personally, I do think he's alive.
Have you seen him?
I've seen sights and I've heard of people seeing him.
You really have.
I have.
Where are the places you have seen him?
The cinema.
The cinema. You saw him in a starring role.
In the starting role, watching himself.
You really?
Yeah.
He was just sitting in the cinema watching himself.
He was sitting in the cinema watching himself.
Was that on his Smell the Glove album?
Not the smell of the glove, no, it was the smell of the sock.
Smell the sock.
Yeah.
He did an actual series of things like that. We now go left into the possibly one of the legends, a one-time guitarist with the legend, Johnny the Gruesome, who is now eating his dinner. Could you make a few comments, sir? Your name is?
Right.
Your name is Drunk. Sorry, could you just get the interview with the guy eating his dinner? Could you just get the interview? Could you just get the interview?
Yes, okay.
Like,
Right, what is your name, please? John Callahan is his name. He
like,
can't speak directly because he's stuffing his face at the moment and he's slightly drunk from the
well,
night
like,
before.
I can understand, listen, Mr. Callahan, I can understand that you're going through deep emotional stress at the moment, thinking about the legend, but like, we just like a few words. Can you sum up in one word what the legend was like?
He said. Well, hold on 1 minute, he's just thinking for the best word. John.
Was he a legend, sir?
Yes, he was.
Was he a legend?
Of Oakwood. Come on, John.
That's John there.
He's really talking fast, you can see.
I know he's going, well, John was always the quiet member of the band. He was always the quiet member. Like, he wouldn't go out with the groupies or anything like that. He'd rather sit in the corner and sniff a bottle of glue. He was the quiet member of the band. And as you can see there, he's tucking in to a nice big lump of sprouts and a lovely bit of meat there. Like, he never actually got over. He hasn't talked since the legend vanished, because, and it's true that only Johnny knows where the legend truly is, whether he's dead or whether he's in hiding with plastic surgery. Johnny has never spoken. He's never spoken since that fateful day when the legend vanished from the public eye, and Johnny has never spoken. He's under deep emotional stress at the moment. He has never spoken. We'll leave it with Johnny, and we'll just fade out with that.
Just come across another resident of Oakwood Road who may have some thoughts on Brian the Handsome. I think he remembers him going back a while. That's true?
I certainly do now. I remember Brian the Handsome. I remember he wanted to be a tap dancer, but the problem was he fell into the sink. From there, he took it on.
You're starting to bullshit. You're starting to bullshit. I don't like this.
Excuse me, sir, do you remember the legend?
I'm being busted by the cameraman.
Do you remember
Talk about the legend.
Can you remember the legend of Brian the Handsome? Can you tell me your name, sir?
It's long since dead. The legend of Brian the Handsome.
You reckon it's dead?
It died a quick death, yes.
Like, was that around the whole area?
No, but he improved now. He does get the voice from the father.
You reckon that?
Father's got a great voice, yes.
Yes, and it's believed that you have a good singing voice yourself.
Oh, no.
Well, there has been speculation that you, Desmond Booty, have been singing. What was the name of that song, sir? Can you remember the name of the song you sang?
Wake up! You remember Brian the Handsome.
I remember Brian the Handsome very well indeed.
You do?
Man who has taste.
You
You
really?
can see it in his tan, summer gear, his belly button.
Can you tell me a bit about his playing ability?
Well, if you stop with the belly button, I might be able to tell you some more.
Okay, sir. I can understand you're under deep emotional stress, but
I think this guy's got amnesia.
you reckon?
Yeah, he's suffering from loss of memory.
I reckon we have a fake here. Sorry, you're just not in this for the money.
The money?
Yes. You just
you're
come
not
in here and give a lot of bullshit, expect to get paid.
Exactly.
Exactly, I thought I was getting
Can
paid
you
for this.
show us?
No way.
Can you show us what you have in your hand there, sir? Yes, that's lovely.
This is the bullet.
You give an interview on Brian the Handsome. You remember Brian the Handsome years ago when the crowds were flocking to the doors.
Yes,
Don't you remember that?
I do remember. I'd just like to know what happened since then.
Where were you?
Have you been hiding, sir?
You've been in hiding, obviously.
In hibernation since. But I believe you're making a comeback.
No, so you reckon that the sightings are true, that the legend is alive. Can you
more sightings of Lord Luke and be honest.
you reckon he is still alive?
Yeah, Lord Lucan.
No, the Brian the Handsome.
You do indeed.
That's it. We'll just pause you there for a second. We're back with Desi Buki, who has decided to tell the exclusive story of Brian the Handsome. He's decided to spill everything he knows, that he's been hiding behind the false front you saw in the previous interview. Tell us, like, I know you're under deep emotional stress,
I am,
but did he tell you, what did he tell you basically?
Well, he is handsome young devil.
He was.
Was a handsome young devil. Renowned in his own field for the perfection in the art of rock and roll.
You reckon he was responsible for the revival of rock and roll?
Yes, I think he helped the Beatles along the way.
Is it true that he actually advised the Beatles?
He did.
He actually chose their name.
Yellow, yes, Beatles, Yellow Submarine. He wrote that.
You reckon?
With all the cartoons, yes, definitely.
Can you provide any sort of proof on that? Like,
he has the submarine in his back garden.
You reckon?
I know.
Have you seen it?
I haven't, Dave. The father was in it the other day.
Okay. Can you comment there, Mr. Prendergast?
Yeah, I got the submarine.
You've got the submarine?
Yeah, I got the submarine. Not many people seen that submarine.
No.
I don't know how this son of a bitch ever saw it. How come you saw it?
Well, Brian brought it out to the Irish Sea, and I believe there's awful trouble because of dragging down the boats in the Irish Sea. The
You reckon
fisheries are given out all the time. So I believe. But I believe he's come good now, and he brought it back to the father and pushed her in the back garden.
Is it true, Mr. Callahan, that was...
I can't be sure, but all I've ever seen is a periscope. I saw this periscope once or twice, and I had a flower sticking out of it.
You reckon?
Yeah, and he told me that this was some flower, you see, that was a very special flower that grew out of periscopes. I didn't realise at the time, but their imagination.
He was
I feel that was probably...
He was responsible for flower power.
Yes.
He brought flower
Big
power.
influence of flower.
Is this the magic flower, sir, that he actually trained to grow out of a pipe?
That's right.
You reckon? You reckon? They called it the poppy. Can we just hold you a second and we go, if you can bring me to that location. Okay?
This is
Now hang on a second, come on,
right, this is what I believe to be the periscope of the Yellow Submarine. He always has this disguise. He trained these beautiful flowers. Sweet William, I believe they're called.
Yeah.
He trained them to grow up through this pipe. But originally, that is, I think, the original periscope in the sky. I believe that the Yellow Submarine is down there.
Can we just get an angle on? Can we get an angle on the pipe?
Yeah. If you look around you, you'll see there's evidence of yellow around the place.
There is evidence.
Oh, look.
Can we just
around,
pan
look
left?
around. No.
There is a yellow door, and there is a yellow patio table. Like, he possibly the spare paint he had from the submarine.
Yeah.
He painted that as
Industrial paint.
That was it.
So that's what I firmly believe, that the Yellow Submarine is down there.
Underneath that flower.
Yeah.
You genuinely believe that?
I genuinely believe that.
That's fabulous. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, well, this is, what's his name? Brian the Handsome. Sorry about that. And we're going to show you a little handstand.
And he used to do in his heyday.
He used to do this in his heyday with his dad, and he's 21 today, and we just wanted to do it for the last time, just to show you how great this fella really is. As I say, he's a brother of Farquhar,
He's a brother of Brian the Handsome.
Brian the Handsome.
I remember that. I remember the time he used to come around and he used to put his hands like this. I remember
Now
so well.
just watch this for a thing of beauty. Just watch
He
this.
used to do this and he used to put his hands like that. And he used to put his other one like that. And then
Yeah.
he used to get like that.
Did you ever see anything like it? Now,
And then
this
he
is
used to go 1, 2, 3.
this is really something to behold. Oh, watch it, watch it. We had a little mishap there now. Just stick with it now. And
I remember.
I think that's it.
I remember that happening so well. Like, I never became famous, but he did. Even though we look so much alike, it's just amazing. Like, I just.
Do you find that you're in any way jealous of his fame? And is it something that you wanted to kind of be famous yourself, having seen him?
Well, like, it's a difficult question. I wouldn't really like to comment on that. You know, like, 'cause there has been speculation that I actually assassinated him
Oh,
due to jealousy.
I don't think
I
that could
don't,
be true. No,
That
no.
is no way infringing me. Like,
No.
like.
Do you
basically,
believe
I
in
don't
this?
want any more comments. You know.
Do you believe that the submarine is
Have you got the key to the door?
No, it seems he's very upset about this. Gentlemen, we have to say goodbye as he goes out the door.
Or the basic answer to an unanswered question, possibly unanswerable, we have found yet another person that knows the legend of Brian the Handsome. It's got even so bad that spy planes go over his house every 5 minutes to see if they can get a possible sighting if he'll come out of his house. The spy planes, sometimes Boeing 747s. If I can get a shot of one now, I'll try and get one. But basically, that's what you're talking about. You're talking about Lebanese spy planes wanting to basically get a sighting of the famous Brian the Prendergast. What can you do? They circle the house every 5 minutes. We can't do anything about it. Going back to Mrs. Prendergast. Just going back to the person who knows so much about the legend. There she is there in her full glory. Lovely light. Excuse me, madam. Your name is?
Miss Prendergast.
And can you tell me a bit about, you reckon you know something that we don't know already about Brian the Handsome?
I reckon I do. In fact, I may be slightly related to him in some way.
Slightly related?
Yes, some way.
Blood relative or like?
Blood relative, yes.
You reckon?
Yes, I do.
Can you get a close up of the lady? That's close as you can go. Can you go ahead, madam?
Yes, well, there was something to do with an Australian tour. I'm not so sure, but I heard rumours about this, so...
An Australian tour?
Yes.
Like, and why would the person... Could you come forward out of the umbrella, madam? I can't really see your face. That's better.
The sun is shining in my eyes.
Why do you reckon Australia?
Well, there was rumours about someone wanted to be his roadie out there, I think.
His roadie?
Now, how true this is, I really don't know. But there's rumours of this fellow called Paul.
Paul Loggerhead?
I'm not sure of his name. But
Or Twomboli?
Well, no. But somebody said he may be a relation of his. In fact, secretly, I think he may be a brother-in-law.
Of the handsome person?
Oh, yes.
You reckon?
I reckon.
Can you give me, does he have any more relatives out there, do you reckon?
Well, there's also rumours about someone called Marion.
Marion, he mentioned that on the Smell the Glove album.
Is that right?
He did.
Well, I think she might be a relative of his as well.
Well, he has a
Some would
long
say
lost sister. He has a long lost sister.
That's who she could be then.
Really? Her name is again?
Marion.
Marion? Yes, he mentioned a Marianne.
No, Marion.
No, and then he mentioned somebody called Shine.
No, I never heard of them. Oh, she was supposed to have 2 children.
Really?
One was called Shane and the other Kim.
You traced this back?
Yes.
Sorry, are you trying to hide your face or something?
The sun is shining in my eyes.
The sun is shining in your eyes. It's not that you're trying to hide something.
No.
You're not trying to hide.
Not really. Not
Yeah.
really.
Could you name the two children he had? She.
It was Shane and Kim, as far as I can remember.
Yes.
That's the name.
You mentioned a Shine, all right, and a Kime.
Shane.
It's Shane.
And Kim. Yes.
And Kime, not Kim. Is that it?
Kim.
And but basically, like,
I think they're secret agents, though. They're trying to keep the tour secret, you know.
you
They
reckon?
won't tell either, no.
Like it's gonna be his comeback.
Yes, yes, yes.
And like,
But
like,
this fellow Paul, like, he's been on about. Someone told me he's been dying to be a roadie for a long time. There's a bit of competition with this
There-
fellow called Gary.
could
And I
you
think
point
Gary
out
might
this
be in
person,
relation
Gary?
to him, you know, as well.
could you trace this person called Gary?
Yes, Gary seemed to live in Dublin, all right. But this other fellow lives in Perth. This Paul fellow.
Okay, hang on. They're shipping the Gary over. They're shipping the other rowdy. Can you? Sorry, Paddy. Could you get the rowdy? Paddy, could you get the rowdy for us? The guy that claims to be
Yeah,
used to be a
Listen,
rowdy.
before
I'll see
you
if
stop,
he's on.
before you stop, there's also secrets or someone cited him in America.
In America?
Yes.
Could you give me the exact location?
And said he might have a relation over there as well called Kevin.
Kevin.
And someone said there's an uncle called
He goes
Mark.
under the name of Nudu.
He had a few aliases in it.
The Nudu.
Yeah,
Can't be Kingston.
Kingston.
Yeah.
Could you give me some more about the Nudu? Could you tell me how Nudu came to be?
I don't really know. When he was young, somebody said he used to say nudu instead of doo-doo, you know, soother. Now, whether that's the truth or that's another.
It's
No,
not because he is very fond of naturism.
No, it's breastfeeding.
Could be, could be.
He was big into breastfeeding.
No.
Are you sure? But can you comment on that,
Oh
sir?
yeah. He was very big into breastfeeding.
Nothing like that.
You reckon?
Yeah, I remember his mother used to go down to school to give him his lunch.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you believe the rumour is that he's still into that today?
Yeah, I haven't heard from this guy for a while.
You haven't heard from him. We now go over to if he is here.
Yeah, I found him. I
You have-
found this
He
guy.
also, this Martin fellow has 2 children. They could be now something to do with it as well.
You reckon?
Patrick and Mary are their names. And there was a Carly, whoever she was.
That's right.
And there's this other fellow now, and I think he might be spying us. He's over in there as well, like in New Hampshire. Jude is
Saint. Oh yeah, Saint Jude.
You know, so
That's-
they could be all in
Yeah,
on this.
he's supposed to be a good guy, that fella.
Jude Convoy, was it?
Yeah.
Whoa, Conroy.
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 Consoy.
No, he's. The only thing I could think about this guy is a massive box tea maker. He's
Can-
big into box tea, yeah.
Can you
Jude guy.
Boxty? I haven't heard of that now. Could you comment on Boxty?
It's a staple diet down there. He comes. He originally comes from Mohill, I think.
Mohill.
Yeah,
That's
down
that's the Spanish sort of resort look like of County Leitrim in Little Old Ireland.
Yeah, and his grandparents and mother, I think, were really big into box tea, and he got the recipe.
Really?
Yeah, and I believe he's spreading it all over America.
But they say there are only like a few original box tea makers.
Yeah, but he got the recipe from a woman called Mrs. Beck.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Mrs. Beck
Yeah, he paid her $5,000
for the recipe.
for the recipe. Yeah,
Jesus, that's a lot of money.
that's a lot of money, but you've got to eat box tea. You know what it's like.
There's some sort of secret ingredient in it, I believe.
Not really,
That
not really.
every person like puts their own sort of stamp on it, if you like.
Well, yeah,
would you know?
that has been.
Would
too.
you know Jude's recipe or his secret ingredient?
No, he won't tell. He paid $5,000 for it. He's not going to go give it out, is he?
$5,000.
$5,000 to a woman called Mrs. Beck.
Mrs. Beck.
Down in Mohill, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna.
Right. Brian, here's this roadie,
Just a minute, I just
Gary.
got this guy now that's in competition for the roadie.
Yeah, here he is.
Guy by the name of Gary.
Sorry, your name is
Hello.
sir.
My name is Gary.
Your name is Gary. And basically, could you tell me basically, you claim to have done roadie for Brian the Handsome.
Sure as hell have.
You sure as well have. Can you tell me how long were you a roadie?
I was about a roadie for about 4 months.
4 months.
4 months.
Gee, that's a long time. That's a long time. And basically, can you tell me like what happened? Your relationship with like the Handsome. What happened?
Well, we used to have bad management.
Bad
I was
management.
getting badly paid. The
Badly.
rest of the band got more money than I did.
Really?
Sure as hell did.
They really do. Well, that's very good. That's very good. And basically, why didn't you stay with Brian the Handsome?
Well, I got a bit pissed off with his music, and so
Yeah.
I wasn't getting well paid. They used to give me a lot of hassle when I was putting the gear into the van.
Yeah. And like, was it heavy?
It sure as hell was.
Had you a lot of stuff?
Sure as well had.
Gee. And like, basically, like, what happened? Like that like that your job finished? Like what?
Well, it's a long story. It came to a tragic end.
Can you tell me about it?
Well, it was last winter when I was coming back from a band, helping the band in Belfast.
Yeah?
We were just coming here home and I overturned the van.
You overturned the van?
I sure as hell did.
How many times?
Oh, about 4, maybe 5.
4 times. And had you anybody in the back of the van?
I had my manager as my assistant manager, Paddy.
Yeah. Paddy?
Paddy.
Would this be anything to Paddy Wacker?
Oh, it could be a distant relative, all right.
And like, can you tell me, like, let me see, was this person in the back severely damaged?
Oh, well, I couldn't tell that because I was severely damaged myself.
It'd be like, did he even know what was going on?
Well, I don't think he did because I didn't die.
Well, it would have been into consuming alcohol.
Well, I'd say it had a lot to do with it, all right.
No, you got it. Listen, thanks very much.
No problem.
Okay.
Do you think this other fellow has a chance? This Paul fellow in Australia?
Do I
Has he a chance
think?
with this Gary fellow being
Well,
a road?
basically, what do you think, Gary? You heard the lady.
Well, I have just as much as chance as he has.
You really?
Sure.
But like, do you think you have anything to offer more than he has?
Well, I've just got a job in the past week as a stunt driver.
Stunt driver, great, okay. Listen, from Gary Prendergast, we'll say good luck for a minute. Who's on you?
I think this fellow
Okay,
wife has something to do with it. She's egging him on to try and get Brian the Handsome's or Shane and Kim. They're very talented children, beautiful. So I'd say they all have something to do.
Well, can you comment on the Australian tour?
Yes.
Can you comment the exact location?
Perth.
Can you tell me whereabouts in Perth?
As far as I know, it's Kenwick.
Kenwick. Can you give me an exact premises?
Layla Road, I believe.
Lala Road.
Layla.
Chicken
Lala Road.
No, Layla.
That's brilliant. We'll just take a look around now at the beautiful patio in this luxurious Barbados apartment where the Handsome used to live. Beautiful sunny parasol. Beautiful sunny Spain. Isn't it fantastic? We're going back to Ireland in a few minutes. We'll leave it from here for the moment. In an attempt to find a real solution to whether Brian the Handsome is alive, we searched the back streets of Dublin and we came across Miss Anne Canavan, a self-confessed wino and a frequent visitor to the Stella Maris Hotel. Mrs. Canavan.
That's a pause, man.
Can we just pause you for a second? We searched the back streets of Dublin to find this old woman who claims that she's a clairvoyant and she knows the whereabouts of Brian the Handsome. Can you tell me your name, ma'am?
Anne Canavan.
Your name is Anne Canavan.
Yeah.
And how do you reckon you know? How do you know Brian the Handsome?
I'm very psychic and I do know.
You do know?
I do, yeah. I know him from his toes up.
You do?
I do.
Have you ever seen him in the flesh?
Oh, I did, yes, yeah.
You have seen him?
When I was bathing him, I did.
You actually bathed Brian?
I did, yes, yeah.
And tell us this much. Is it true that he had a mole on his bum?
I think he had it something anyhow, like, you know.
Was it a wart, maybe?
No.
No?
No.
And tell us this much. Is it true to say that he was possibly the most handsome child that ever was?
He was. Beautiful boy.
You reckon?
I do, and his mother and father were very, very proud of him, you know, and I knew them a bit, I think.
You really did?
I think so, yeah.
Is it true that he came from a broken home when you took him in?
Well, no, it wasn't just like that, you know. They might have had an argument, but there was no broken home.
There was no broken home?
No.
So that was just a tabloid?
That's right.
That was only dirty press?
Yeah.
Well, tell me this, Miss Canavan. We've got you here, Mrs. Canavan, to get you here to see if you can locate him, to use your psychic powers. So basically, I want you to look out and say, can you see him? If you just hold on a second, I'm going to ask you to do that. So just take a minute and reflect. My name is Walsh. I want you to look deep into your inner thoughts and tell the fans and tell the many people who we've interviewed today the real truth. Will there be a return?
Yes, there will. I see and I can feel, and I know that he will return very quickly, and no one will be expecting him. When they do know he's home, there'll be a very large crowd will take over this whole place to greet him back home. And I, for one, will be first, because I know him.
Well, there you have it. Thousands of people still searching for the legend that once was. The person who strove to be possibly the best musician in the world. The person who touched the hearts of so many people and yet never lived to see the day when he would be famous. We searched the back streets of Dublin to find this psychic who possibly can give us some hope that we may find someday Brian the Handsome.
That brings to an end the legend of Brian the Handsome on this day of his 21st birthday in 30 Oakwood Road, Dublin 11. Let's go forward. Now the light's on, okay?
Yeah, I got it, that's recording now.
Yeah.
Hello Marion, hello Kevin. This is Geraldine. Zoom in there, right?
I'm wrong here.
Probably the end it. You're locked back. Got it?
Yeah.
See that red light on?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say that again just in case Black didn't think. Marion and Kevin, this is Geraldine. You're going to be seeing a lot more of her. And she looks lovely in her little dress. She was a bit drunk last night, but how never, you know. But what was I going to say? Say hello. Hello, Marion. Say hello, Marion.
Hello, Marion.
Hello, Kevin.
Hello, Kevin.
Hello, Shane and Kim and Paul.
Hello, Shane, Kim and Paul.
And we look forward to the super big bevy session in the future if you like. Where we can all actually get jarred together someday. And I look forward to seeing you at Christmas, New Year. Don't worry, we're hanging on for you and Phyllis. Don't worry about it. Alright? I'll finish off this tape later on, but we have to go out now because Jadine wants a pint and I don't need to keep her away from a pint, you know? So whatever. So see you later.
Well, we've had fantastic fun making this video.
Magic crack.
So I hope that everybody is going to enjoy it, and it's a certain cure for the blues.
Exactly.
So bye.